10.0.5 patch that just went live yesterday, and then a little Tomcat video that we're getting into it. We're gonna get straight into raid, so I hope you guys are ready for this. Like I said, bring your A game today, guys. We want to get as far as we can. We want to get deep into this heroic raid today.
Patch 10.0.5 is finally coming to World of Warcraft.
Can I always save a video for reset? I'll have one for reset. It's a Bellular video. We'll save that one for reset.
Since this expansion came out, and we're already getting this new update, I am here to be your humble guide and to at least try to explain to you all what we're getting in this patch and what to expect, the good and the bad. So strap in, hold on.
Don't worry, I never
ass,
have a shortage of videos to watch.
With the first thing that this new patch is bringing, and that is #1, changes to the transmog system. The first big change
transmog
that I myself
your
and
dicks
many
off.
people are excited for in this new patch is the addition of a new system, or well, an expansion on the transmog system. What is happening is Blizzard is finally...
The fuck? When did they introduce the pimp hat? When was this introduced? We reviewed all these transmogs. I don't remember ever seeing the pimp hat. Wow.
At long last,
this shit's
letting
next level.
us transmog our gear to gray and white item appearances. Fun fact, if you didn't know that, you can't do that. The reason why this is so exciting for myself, for others, is that there is a lot of gear appearances in World of Warcraft that for nearly 20 years have only been available on junk items. So you have not actually been able to transmog your character to look like some of these items. And if you're a classic...
There are going to be so many just level 1 looking characters running around now.
WoW fan or a vanilla fan or just a fan of kind of like that old ye olde simple medieval fantasy
the 2-pixel armor.
Most of these appearances, these gray and white items that people are so excited for, they come from classic WoW, from vanilla WoW, and they're in this sort of low fantasy style, very simple looking armor that is very appealing for a lot of players. And over the years, Blizzard has sort of moved away from this kind of more simple fantasy style for, you know, big glowing lights, giant shoulder pads, whatever. The point is, there's a lot of players out there that love this old, simple looking armor, these old sets, and they want to be able to transmog and use them. They've never been able to do it until now. I mean, right here we had Asian on our last video. He said white and gray transmog is the single most thing that I'm hyped for. If you go on Reddit or just around on other YouTube videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. This is a big hyped thing. So yeah, it's going to be cool seeing all the role players wearing their classic knight armor on my server Moonguard, and it's going to be cool to put on that old vanilla
Moonguard. Oh yeah, the RP,
warrior, like a true horde player.
The RP at that inn is going next level, baby.
So, new transmog changes, guys. It's exciting. But that leads us to #2, a relatively small point that I just want to spend just a moment on, and that is #2, tweaks and balancing. So, coming with this new...
A lot of your classes are going to play a bit different today in Raid, guys. I hope you're ready for it. A lot of buffs going around. A lot of buffs.
As you can expect, are a heap of new balancing changes to the classes that is not unexpected and is probably long overdue. There's not really any nerfs coming in this patch.
Yeah, a lot of buffs. A lot of buffs.
Mostly just buffs to underperforming specs. So don't worry, if you're a demon hunter, you're still gonna be super overpowered, and we're all still gonna despise you and your edgy teen Illidan cosplays. Yeah. But, you know, aside from class changes and, you know, some tuning of abilities and buffing certain classes, there has been a big change that has flown under the radar for most people, and it has to do with a tweak to profession specializations. Pretty much they're going to be easier to
I have not done this system at all.
Up to
I've not even touched
level 100, you're going to be able to unlock everything at level 75. And hopefully the goal, I think, is to allow more casual players to reach higher item level gear more easily. And speaking of gear, we need to talk about a new addition to patch 10.0.5 that is very exciting, but could be very controversial in the future. That's right, guys. #3, trading posts.
I want to go check this thing out.
The biggest and most anticipated addition in the update, trading posts. And we have talked about this feature in previous videos. So if you don't know what it is, quick recap. The trading post is this new cosmetic shop that is coming to the game where you can buy items and mounts and all sorts sorts of stuff using a new currency called Trader's Tenders.
Trader's
now,
Tender,
you can earn
baby.
these chicken tendies from doing various tasks around the world from this big giant list, letting you earn while you play the content that you enjoy and that you personally, love doing. Now, these items in the store, they will change every single month. It's a rotating thing that keeps players coming back to see, hey, what can I earn while playing the game? And
the
a lot
Fury
of the things
Firelord, that
available
thing's
on the
badass.
trading post are actually items from the in-game real money store. So
the complaints have been heard. Make the store items available in game somehow. There you go.
Mount or that
I think the
pet
trading
that you
post
have
is
to
such a
pay
good addition to
cash
the game.
for right now, you could get it through the trading post by gathering up Trader's
Oh, that's
Tenders.
right.
That's
Yes,
really
yeah, it doesn't
cool.
come out
And a
until
lot of
February
people have
1st because it's a monthly renewal thing. Yes, you guys are correct. So technically, we cannot look at it today.
Very, very
that is true.
excited for
We'll
this
check it out on
feature.
February 1st, though.
However, there's a big however.
That'll be next
there has
Wednesday.
been a lot of perked eyebrows towards this because although this seems great on the surface,
Yeah,
one
another
thing
week.
that
That's
people
right.
are bringing up is that this could open up the door for Blizzard potentially adding in some sort of battle pass system or maybe making it so that you can buy a bunch of these Trader's Tenders with just $10. And so people are kind of wondering what's going to happen with this trading post system going forward. But as it is right now, it is exciting. It looks
I don't think they'll do that. This is already a sub game. There's no reason for a battle pass.
cool, and we're just going to keep
We
an
already
eye on
essentially
what
have a battle
Blizzard
pass.
does
We
with
fucking
it.
pay every month to
but
play.
That leads us to something that admittingly is a little disappointing, but not too bad, and that is number 4, Storm's Fury events. So these Storm's Fury events, this is a thing that will occur once every 5 hours in the Bronze
I'll probably be doing
Dragonflight
these in the
area
afternoon
of
today.
The Dragon Isles. Now, in these
get some of
events,
that,
what's going to happen is you are going to fight
percentage for our
elemental and primalist enemies
little
who will
catalyst
leave
thing.
behind portals, culminating in a big fight with a giant elemental boss. Now, this probably sounds very familiar if you played the Dragonflight pre-patch, okay?
Yeah.
It's pretty much a near exact copy of the Primal Storm invasions from the pre-patch, but it does have a new currency and a new cosmetic vendor with new rewards offered. So is this a good thing being added with this patch? Is it just kind of recycled content being thrown in? Really, that's up to you guys to make your own personal determination. I think it's pretty cool. I did enjoy the pre-patch.
It's cool.
So having this as a bit of side content on the Dragon Isles, I think is nice. But I will say that it is a little disappointing that Blizzard
World
didn't
boss
do
percentage was nerfed,
more
yep.
with this potentially, because there
Supposed
was
to
a
be
lot
25.
more that they could have expanded
Or 20.
on with the Primal Storm invasion before they brought it back for this Storm's Fury version of the events. I mean, think back for a moment to the old God invasions.
Fuba, thank you for the sub, man. 2 months now, continuing to be a Death Knight of our Scourge. Thank you so much, Fuba.
For those that didn't play the end of BFA or just don't remember, pretty much every week a zone would be completely transformed and invaded by old god forces. And it was pretty
These
cool.
were actually
Flying
pretty fun.
around Uldum, fighting giant monsters with your friends. It was
I like
good
these things.
old-fashioned Warcraft adventuring.
Yeah.
There were a lot of quests where players would try to fend off the invasion. They even added some special rares that drop mounts, world PvP content in war mode. It was a really creative and, it was a neat event. It was all in all a great form of world content where players would get together and visit these old zones. The only problem with it, and I know what you're going to say, and you're probably already leaving the comment, is that the old god invasions were overshadowed by the corruption system, which I don't think was received very positively by the community.
The corruption system was okay. The one thing I hated about it was getting a piece of gear that was too corrupted. So like sometimes you get an upgrade, but you really couldn't equip it because it would just break. It would break your tune to a point where it'd become very hard to play. That was the one thing I didn't like about it. But I did like some of the end game breaking that it did, like the all tank raids and stuff. That was fun to watch.
At least based on what I saw, but I don't know.
It would kill you, yes.
Experienced it. What did you think of the corruption system? So the point is, I think making these Storm's Fury events similar to the BFA invasions in terms of scale, more quests, more rares, more whatever.
And if you don't want to do them, you don't have to do them. There's like 10 different ways to earn that those percentage points for the catalyst. That's the best thing about Dragonflight. There are so many things in Dragonflight that are there to do, but you don't have to do them.
you know, making them invade an entire zone.
Giving
I don't
player
know.
options.
Making it a
That's
little
the
bit
best
more
thing about
similar
this
to these
expansion.
BFA invasions in the past, I think could have been a bit of an upgrade from the Dragonflight pre-patch. And players who don't raid, who don't PvP, probably would really have appreciated it, which is, you know, probably the majority of players.
By the way,
I would
Justin,
think.
thank you for the
The
100
point is,
bits
I'm not
earlier. I
trying
forgot to thank you for those.
complain. I'm not trying to say that Storm's Fury is bad, because I did, again, I had fun in the pre-patch. It's just, I think they could have done a little bit more. But that's just my personal opinion, my own. So guys, that is pretty much what to expect from patch 10.0.5. Everything from the transmog changes, the Storm's Fury event, the trading post.
Yeah, it's good
there's
stuff.
Some pretty cool stuff coming out with this patch. I myself, I'm looking forward to some new zones in the Dragon Isles, potentially in the future, according to the previous roadmap that Blizzard laid out. I would like to see more world PvP content thrown into this expansion. But I'll probably talk about that in a future video.
World
And I would
PvP
like to
content,
see
we would
maybe
do it.
something happening in the
30-man
old world,
stream
because although
raids.
I do like the Dragon Isles and I do enjoy flying around on my Dragon Mount, I kind of miss Azeroth. I miss the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor, and I wouldn't mind going back there and doing something in the old world. But again, that's
Agreed.
just me, you know. I'm a classic WoW fan, you know. I've been playing the game since 2005, so Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms, they have a special place in my heart, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching the video. And if you are somebody that maybe you're still on the fence of whether or not to play Dragonflight, feel free to click the video on your screen right now, because in this video, I do talk about what people are enjoying most about this expansion early on. And yeah, hopefully if you guys decide to check out Dragonflight 2, you enjoy it. And I will see you all with my next video.
Yeah, 10.0.5 is a nice little 0.5 patch. Unfortunately, it broke the game yesterday and today, but so far, I think all the stuff that they're adding is great.